We're back. I've been gone for a week, so of course you won't see that on the video, but we're about to go ahead and clean this up. I had to wait and get a thermostat. I don't even know if the thermostat fits yet, but that's the water pump removed. That's the new one up there. Now I paid 60 bucks, about 75 when it's all said and done for the water pump. So, that was pretty good. We'll see how all this is going to pan out. I need to clean up some of this grease and crap that's going on down there. So, y'all won't be in tune for that. We'll start the install in a second so you can see all the stuff I need to clean up in there. So, you're gonna get to that. All right, one quick thing. These plugs here, I'm taking out, even though it doesn't flow through here. I'm taking these plugs out, and you gotta use a pair of pliers, needle nose pliers, to bend it up with a knife or a sharp blade. And I reached in basically here and had to dig it out. So, you'll figure that out. That's nothing that I can really sit here and show you on that. But these two pieces need to come off of this water pump and go into the new holes on the water pump. These two holes here. So you got to get this out, and this moves just very so slightly. And then you got to stick the knife under there. Let me see if I can do it with this on here. See? Hopefully I didn't break this, and I think I did. Shit. I broke it. Shit. First one came out pretty easy. Well, this sucks. Oh, it's all corroded anyway. Well, this wasn't gonna do any good any damn way. It's all corroded. So much for that one. It's all corroded. So that really wasn't gonna help us anyway. This was the other one, which was pretty good. But this one was corroded as hell. So much for that. Gotta get hot, starting to run out of daylight. It's 1:30. So put the fresh O-ring in there. I had to take that clip off of there. I had to put the old thermostat back because the new one I had didn't have this hole for this probe. There's a hole right here. It's a hole right there. that the well, actually, I'm sorry. This whole unit here, you can buy this whole piece for about $100, probably about 80 something bucks. So a whole piece to go in is the housing for the thermostat. And the thermostat, this thing here has a thermostat little, you guys know what I'm talking about, a doggone electrical sensor so that it rings off into the car. All right, so that you know on the dash. But it's a probe that sticks out of this thing here, out of this thing that goes all the way inside this thermostat for the Mercedes. So all I did is put an O-ring on it, cleaned it up, and we'll put it back in. You want to make sure when you got this water pump, you want to put this water pump plate or seal on this joker. And figure out which way it goes. So it's obvious it goes this way because of the long part. I know, I'm sorry with the video, man. I'm trying to look at the shit outside of the camera. So let's see. Okay, so that's how it's going to have to sit in here. All right, so you got to put that plate on there. Got to do it first. Got to find some kind of way to make it stick on there. For the record, I had took some of this red, ultra red, high temperature gasket, placed it in this, and created a closure. The reason I did that was because what's going to end up happening, all this hot shit and coolant is going to go up against the valve down there, this one here, that one right there to the left. Eventually going to clog that. Well, it's not going to clog it, but it's going to be all up against it and basically dry it out and fuck it up eventually. So this at least slow down that process. So there's no fluids that is coming through here touching that piece that's going to cause it to fail eventually. So what I'm doing is creating a gasket and a closure for this, since the other one was corroded out. So much for that. So that's what that's going to be. I'll clean that up and get ready. I'm getting ready to install this water pump right now. Well, finally, you're going to put this aluminum gasket in first. So you're going to place it and set it in and get it situated prior to the install, it appears. So you line up all of your holes, make sure all your shit is lined up. I see you have a seal over that. I don't know if you guys see that well or not, but anyway, so you're just basically gonna put it in here and line it all up, man, and go for it at that point. You don't have to put any sealant or anything on that gasket. That's a aluminum gasket that's going in there on this bitch. So you just put that bitch in there, and then I'm gonna start lining it up so I can start getting this doggone pump in. Just set that pump down in there. Okay, I just found another small issue. In here is some old filling or some shit. I had to get this out because I didn't understand what was going on. I was looking at my video back to see what exactly was in here, and I don't see anything. So what comes with the pump, comes with the water pump, comes with a couple of these plastic little inserts that you can plug in there. So I'm clearing it out so I can put another one in there. But I really don't have anything to clean this bitch out with other than showing you after the fact on some shit. But basically it was a little plug they gave with the water pump. So I just took that shit and put that bitch in there. See, you can see it's kind of leaning. See that? Put that bitch in there and just get him on up in there. So okay, all right. I've installed the water pump. Is back installed. I put the start putting the connectors back in here, and then there was one here that we got done. So that's done. I'm gonna connect back up the bottom radiator hose. Then I'll be putting the thermostat back in and connecting it back to the thermostat hose is connected to the hose here at the radiator. So the thermostat goes across under here up to the thermostat housing. So, but it's installed now. And now we're going through the principles of putting all the shit back together. So, old water pump, new water pump. Need some degreaser. I need to clean his engine, so I'll be cleaning his engine later on this week. All right, I'm running out of daylight, but I got the water pump back in, the housing for the thermostat, the new serpentine belt on, put the fan motor back in, and haven't put the turbos and stuff, the intake lines on yet. I'm getting ready to fill it up with the coolant and see what's happening. I believe I have a crack here that I'm gonna have the JB weld that was here. Looked like somebody tried to repair it before I got it, and so I'll deal with that later. But in the meanwhile, I'm getting ready to check for leaks, turn the engine on, and go at that.